Hi guys, it's Katie here again from Bella Creativa, and this is just a quick little tutorial today on how to upload the SVG suitcase files to Cricut Design Space, how to set up the project, and just a little bit about resizing if you wanted to make a larger or smaller suitcase. So the SVG files themselves are available from my Etsy store, and I'll put a link in the description box below so you can head over those and have over there and have a look. If you download the SVG suitcase files, they are probably likely to come to your downloads folder. So I'm here in my downloads folder now, and this is the zipped file that comes from Etsy and has found its way to my downloads. The first thing I need to do is unzip this folder. So I'm just going to double click on it, come up here to that extract all button and click extract all. It's telling me it's going to put it in this file here when it unzips it, and then it's going to open that folder when it's done that. So I'll click on extract, and it won't take a second, and there we are. So now it's extracted that those files out of that zipped folder. So I have a set of files here. You can see on just to the right here, they are the SVG files that we need to put in Cricut Design Space, and then we have a couple of PDFs. So let's just look at this last one first. Look at the last one first. Yes. This is the guide that comes with the SVG suitcase files. So this is just a little document that you can print out if you want, or it's got a little bit of instruction here about the SVG suitcase files. There's a little bit here about changing the cap lines to score lines, which is what we're going to do in this video. And then it's just giving you a link to the SVG suitcase playlist, so you can have a look at this video and the tutorial on how to put it together and the intro video. A little bit of words here about sizing, and then that's really about it. Down here there are some screenshots of the files themselves that you can refer to, and that is that guide. So let's just close that one. And this one here, which is also a PDF, double-sided booklet for SVG suitcase, I'll just double click on that one and open that one up. So when I'm doing tutorials, I print my screenshots out in a little double-sided booklet, and I refer to that during my tutorial. And a lot of people wanted to make the little double-sided booklet themselves, so I've started trying to include that as well in case you want to do that as well. So this is the PDF of the double-sided booklet that I refer to in case you wanted to print this one out and keep it handy. Okay, so they're the two PDF documents. Now we just need to take these files and pop them in Cricut Design Space. So let's go over to Cricut Design Space and click on Upload. And you'll see that I've actually already done this once, but let's do it again anyway. So I've already done a video, it wasn't very good. Here we go, take two. So we'll click on Upload Image, click on Browse, and then it has already taken us to that folder. If it hasn't, you just need to navigate back to that folder. And then I'm just going to click on the first SVG document A, double click on that, just check that the image is correct and that the image name is correct, and then click on Save. I'm going to do that for each of these documents. So next one is B. Make sure that that's okay. Click on Save. Upload image, browse, double click on C. Check that's okay. Click Save. Upload image, browse. Where are we up to? D. Double click on that. Check that one. Click Save. Upload image, browse, and E, double click on that, make sure that's right, and then click Save. Okay, so now we're just going to take those 5 files that we've just uploaded, and we're going to click Insert Image, and then we're going to pop them on our canvas. It always drops them on top of each other, so the first thing I'm going to do is minimize the size of my screen so I can play around with these pieces without too much problem. Right, so I like to have this one here because that's A, and then that one is D, that one is E, this one is, there we go. I'll just line them up like this for now. You can do it any way that you want. So we just need to do a few things to these files before we can save it as a project. So we don't need to do anything to this A file, but for all the rest of these files we need to change these internal lines from cut lines to score lines. So to do that, let's just increase the size of this one here. First thing I need to do is ungroup all of these elements. So I'm going to go over to the Layers panel, click on Ungroup, and then I need to click on this first blue piece here, and if I have a look over in the Layers panel, I can see that it's got some cut lines that I need to change to score lines. So I'm going to click on those lines, cut lines there in the Layers panel. I'm going to go back up here to the left where it says Line Type, click on that little drop down menu and change it from cut to score. You can see the lines have now changed to dashed lines, which is what we want. I'm going to click on that whole little section there. So I've got the blue piece and the score lines, and then go down the bottom of my Layers panel and click on Attach. Now when it's done that, it's brought it to the top, so it's the top layer, but I want to send it to the back again so that I can see my mat. So I'm going to right click on my mouse and click Send to Back. Now I can see my mat again. I'm just going to click off that and then hold down my left mouse button, select both of those pieces and click Group so that they're all together. So I'm going to do that again for this one here. So click on those cut lines, change those to score lines. Click on that whole little bit, click Attach, say Send to Back, select those together and click Group. Now this one's a little bit different. I have grouped together all three of those elements, the mat, the lines and the blue piece. So if I click on Ungroup, it's going to separate all of those. If I click on the blue piece, the cut lines are actually above it but aren't highlighted. So I'm going to click on those cut lines there, come over, change those from cut to score in the Line Type area. But then I need to just click on this one, this piece here underneath, which is the piece that we need to attach those score lines to. So I'm going to hold my Shift button and click both of those so I've got both of those highlighted, and then click Attach, and it has attached those score lines to that blue piece, but it's also done that thing again where it's brought it to the top. So I'm going to click on my right mouse button and say Send to Back. I click off the whole thing, then I'm going to hold down my left mouse button and move my cursor over those two pieces together and click Group. So I need to do that for all of these pieces, and so I just need to click Ungroup, change those cut lines to score lines, click Attach. Now this doesn't have a mat, so I can leave it just as is, but these guys here do have mats, so I will need to change those. So once I've done this, Send to Back and then Group. I need to do this for all of the pieces that have internal lines, because those are our little fold lines. So it's all of the pieces except for this one here. There are no, on this bag tag, there are no lines to change on that one, but that is for all the other ones, even this little roundy, funny looking Pac-Man piece. So once I've done that, then I can save it as a project. So let's pretend that I've done all of that, and I can click Save, and then I can give it a name. I'm not going to, because I'm going to show you one that I've already set up. So let's go and have a look at one over here. So this is my project that I've already saved as a suitcase, and what I've done is I've duplicated all of the pieces that I need to cut out, so the whole project is ready to cut out all the correct number of pieces that I need. And if you go and have a look at the next tutorial where I'm putting together the suitcase, in the description box is a list of all the pieces that you need to cut out and how many of each one. So that will help you to set up a project like this if that's the way you'd like to do it. Otherwise you could just pause me now and see how I've set up this project and do the same thing if you'd like to. So I just wanted to have a chat also about resizing. If you wanted to make this suitcase bigger or smaller, it is already quite a big suitcase, so it's more likely that you would want to make it smaller. So if you want to make the whole thing smaller, then you can click select all, and all you need to do is move this piece and it will change the size for you, and that will change the whole suitcase overall. Okay, so it's really that easy. Once you've set it up, it's just as easy as that. And that's how I have reduced the size of my suitcase, because I've made a little nest of 3, and the bottom one is the size that it comes in, and then the top 2 I have made smaller and then smaller again. That's all I did. Change your suitcase so that it is perhaps exactly the same size as it appears on screen right now, but you want it to be deeper. If you wanted to do that, then you would need to select the side pieces, so that's these 4 pieces here, plus the insert pieces, which are these 3 here. Well, you could actually probably even do this one here, which is the hinge. You could select all of these, let's say, and then unlock this little padlock up the top to change the size. Unlock that. Now you can use this little green button, but the concern there is that it's really easy to change the width as well, because you have to remember to drag that little guy straight down and not out at all, because as soon as you pull it out you're changing the size. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to do what I just did. Okay, but what you do want to do is change the height, because that's what's going to change the sort of the depth of your suitcase. So right now it's at 56 because that's all of those pieces all together. So it's not very precise, but you can work it out with a little practice. So if I change the height to 70, for example, then it's made all of those pieces deeper. It's changed the height. So now my suitcase would be, the bottom of my suitcase would be deeper. The top would still be the same because the top pieces are here, but these guys here are all related to the bottom of the suitcase. So they're the ones that I would change the height to. So anyway, that's probably something that you would want to play around with and get right, but I just wanted to give you a bit of an indication of how you can do that. So yeah, I hope this has been helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video, which is the tutorial on how to put the suitcase together. So I will see you in the next video. Thanks for your time, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Bye.